Out a tour of my 6 dining area fish tanks. We have a neat little pair of Pelvicachromis kribensis from the Lokoundje River, wild caught in Cameroon, West Africa. The male's on the right, female's on the left. And you can get a look back in here. We got some platies from Mexico and little still tetras right there. Checking things out. Very smart little guys, very typically colored for the species. They're not in breeding coloration yet, so they actually get much better, much brighter. Right now he's that male right there is just trying to figure what this camera phone's doing in his tank, trying to figure it out. Neat little guys. Door is another pair of Pelvicachromis kribensis, this time from the Nyete Lobe River system. That's the male out there foraging. Different version than the other river from the Lokoundje, because he has no spots on his back fin or caudal fin. And he's just checking things out in here. There's the female right there. You can see she just yawned. She's making a nest right there in her coconut shell and making that pile of rocks so other fish can't get in there and eat the eggs when they have them. That'll become almost piled high, and there is a lot of green slime right there and some hair algae, but it hasn't deterred the interest of these guys getting ready to breed, which is a good thing. And you know, she's there. That's where she'll lay her eggs. She'll be upside down when she lays the eggs on the roof of the little cave, and the male will come in and fertilize them. Yeah, and they forage on the bottom quite a bit. Variety right here. This is from the Moliwe River in Cameroon. Still Pelvicachromis kribensis, and he's over there checking us out. There he goes. There, nice shot. Nice glowing color on his back fin there with the gold. Hopefully he'll come out to, there he comes. Female is very greenish, bluish color with red. But these is more northern Cameroon from the Moliwe River. And they're hanging out there. The female's hopefully huddling back, making a nest for her breeding as well. These are very well fed fish. Another 20 long tank. It's a 30-inch tank with creek sand on the bottom, and that down here with some platies, which I tend to like quite a bit. And there he is weaving in the back there. He's very aware of our camera. Top we have a pair of Pelvicachromis taeniatus from the Calabar region of Nigeria. They're also known as the green variety, and because of the green on the male's gills on the right, and he's got a nice lightning bolt pattern on his caudal fin. There's the female, and she is wild caught, and the male I bred myself, and they've been doing a nice job in here. This is another 20 long tank with little glow light tetras with a red stripe through them, and some lemons, which I like quite a bit. I used to have lemons years ago when I was like 9. And there's the male again, the female. These are all live plants in these tanks. And granted, there's a lot of algae, but once you get hair algae in your tanks, it's hard to get rid of it, so you just have to make it work. The Pelvicachromis kribensis is another species of Pelvicachromis. You're catching a theme here. With some neons up top, neon little tetras with the blue and red stripes. I've had those. I used to have those when I was 8. That's a very little Pelvicachromis rolofi from the Kolente River in Sierra Leone. Nice little fish. I've got about 6 or 7 of them in their group I bred. Much larger tank. This is a 40 breeder, about 36 inches long. The silver and red-eyed fish are red-eye tetras. Nice little guys. Haven't used those in a while, and thought I'd try them out lately. And of course we got some more neons, and you know, so The rolofis aren't as pretty as some of the other cribs, but if you see them in spawning coloration, they're exciting. And seeing what they do, and hopefully they grow up nicely. I have a very flirtatious pair of Pelvicachromis kribensis from the town of Edea region in Cameroon. The male's on the right, and that's the female there on the left, black and gold with that nice peachy colored rump. The male has a lot of red coloration, and especially red cheeks, which sort of distinguishes that population. They're from around the town of Dehani, Nile River in the middle of Cameroon. And they very different population. Each river or each area of this country seems to serve up a different locale of these guys, which makes them so much fun. And there's the pair there, the female's being very flirtatious in black and gold. You get a nice view of that male. Gorgeous thing. This is a very hard to find variety at the moment. And no one in the country seems to have them, or at least they ran out as soon as I was able to get this pair. So there's the female doing what kribensis do. She's picking out a breeding site there, and if they decide to do something, she's going to start piling up the opening of that coconut shell with rocks, and to keep other guys at bay out of there. In this tank, this is a 4-foot long tank with serpent tetras. Those are the red fish in there, along with some swordtails. That is a female green swordtail, and the swordtails are related to the platies I've used in other tanks. I like live bears, but the serpents are just lovely. I've never used them before, and I'm not regretting them at all. That about sums it up. Give you back up from these tanks to show you what the whole system is. This is where I sometimes have meals, and I do office work here, and maybe pull out a book and browse some of my local art. This is a great place to decompress from the pressures of the day and recharge.